Welcome to Yoga Around the World with Kathy. This week we are here in Santa Cruz, California. The lovely surf and swell is picked up a little bit, so pardon me if there's a lot of sounds. You'll see the lighthouse right behind me on West Cliff Drive. This is where I grew up. Love this place, love this practice. Join me for a Vinyasa Flow yoga session. Let's begin getting settled down through your sits bones, sitting nice and tall. Growing up through the crown of your head. I gaze forward at the horizon. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale all that out. Getting centered. Getting present. Inhale in through the nose. Setting your intention for this morning of health, flexibility, and mostly gratitude. Exhaling, letting any worries, any frets, any issues that might be in your body or your mind, let them just drift off with every breath. Staying present with your good intention this morning. Sitting a little taller in your spine and drop your chin to your chest. Tip it slowly to the left, center, and to the right. Just flow here with what works for your body and your neck and your spine, being gentle with it, offering it forgiveness for any kinks or soreness, back and forth. Coming up to center, rising your gaze to the horizon. Go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. We're going to start with an inhale up with your hands. Reach tall, look up, a little taller, and exhale down. Nice. Rest your hands on your knees wherever's comfortable. Feel free to move your legs any way that you need. And modify any part of this practice. Tip your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel that gentle pull from the shoulder tip all the way up to the top of your head. You may even put some pressure with your right hand, gently feeling that healthy stretch. A little movement forward and back. Last one, rise to neutral. Gently drop it to the other side, slowly. And hand on the top of your head, just a little pressure, not much. Just to feel that great pull as you lower your right shoulder down and you drop your head away and tip it forward and back. Asana means movement through the body. This asana today, you're going to be taking care of every move that you make. Gently noticing the area that needs a little more flexibility. One more. And rise to neutral. Let's take another inhale up with your hands. Hands together, look up. Side bend to the right. Back up. Side bend to the left. And up. And exhale. When you're ready, hands come down. Interlace them behind your back. Let's do our first gentle spinal twist to the right. Drop your hand to the back. Look behind you as you grow tall in your spine. And over to the left. Coming back around to the center. Rearrange your feet wherever is needed. Hands gently on your knees. We're going to do modified cat-cow or cat-cow roll. Go ahead and bend forward, rolling that spine. Shoulder blades are opening up. Look straight down. If you notice, you can pull on your knees just gently to feel that great cat stretch. And pushing your knees down, opening your chest, coming into a cow. Chest open, shoulder blades drop and go back. These are excellent stretches for a sore back. And one more. Excellent. We're going to do our first forward fold. Let's start with a big healthy inhale, keeping that intention of gratitude for your day. Reach up and tall and tip from the hips, coming forward and stop just at the horizon and slowly lowering your fingertips to the ground. Just tipping forward just where your body will allow you. When you're ready, rounding your back one vertebrae at a time, coming up into neutral seated easy pose. Work your way to the end of your mat. Legs out straight. Shake them out. And flex your feet. Sitting down through your sits bones, grow tall through your spine. And point your feet. Go ahead and let's take care of our ankles for a moment. Flexing and pointing. At this time, you might start noticing your abdomen, your core area that needs to be taut and tightened for the rest of your practice. Bringing it in, grounding down through your belly button, tying it like in a knot in your spine behind you. And round with your feet. Other way. And floppy feet. Wiggle those knees out. Floppy legs. Floppy shoulders. Excellent. Let's take another forward fold here. Inhale up with your hands. Grow tall out of your tailbone and tip from your hips. Reaching forward. Gently pausing at the horizon. Keeping that flat back. This might be as far as you go this morning. Or if you feel comfortable, landing your hands wherever they may. Looking down. And going as deep as your body will allow. Knees are softly bent. Now stay here for a breath or two. As you exhale, notice you can go a little deeper into your stretch. Last cleansing breath. Hands on shins, rounding the back, one vertebrae at a time, coming up. And bringing your right knee in with you. Nice and tight. Bring that foot onto your groin. Hug that knee, grow tall. And loosen out your neck. Ready for a spinal twist? Bring your foot over your thigh, hug it close to your hip. Pull that knee into your chest, grow tall. And bring your hand back behind your rump, pulling in the knee, looking behind you in that spinal twist. Just a few breaths, staying present. Flex that bottom foot if you'd like a little more stretch. And unwind, gently coming to the front, holding that knee, other hand drops, and twist. One breath, and unwind, bringing that knee up into a figure four. Some people call this thread the needle. Bend that lower knee, bringing that thigh closer in, reaching your hands through. Grab a hold of that thigh, round the back, open the shoulder blades, and pull that knee closer to your face. If you'd like a little more here, you can tip back on your tailbone and release that bottom foot. One breath. And release both feet down. Flop them out as we move to the other side. Other knee, bring it in tight. Grow tall. Hug that knee. Flex the bottom foot. Bring the foot up and over. Hug that foot to your hip. Pull the knee in. Grow tall. If you're flexing your straight leg, see if you can flex it such that the bottom heel comes off the mat. And one hand, it doesn't matter which one, plant behind you and spinal twist. Unwind slowly, hold the knee, spinal twist the other way. It seems like you might be holding your breath. It's just a tightening of the rib cage as you're twisting your spine. Release, come to the front, drop the bottom leg, thread the needle for the other side. Nice figure four here with your knee. Reach through, grab a hold of your hamstring and draw it in as you round the back, tipping back on your tailbone, pulling the knee to your nose. Last breath. And unwind those feet, flop them out loose, and just like make some movement here, back and forth, releasing any tensions. We'll pause here for a moment, releasing the legs and the knees and the feet. Let's take our shoulders up to our ears and down. Up to our ears and down. Two more as you pull them up, growing taller in your spine and letting them drop low. Nice. Bring both knees into your chest. Hug them nice and tight. Round ball. Nice cat stretch in your spine. And coming up straight into your cow, flat back, look up. And again, round back into a cat, looking straight down. And last one, flat back, up to a cow, look up. And back to neutral spine. Nice. Work your way to the very end of your mat as we move forward into our sun salutations. Feet come all the way up to your groin. Tip forward onto your feet. Heel toe them out to the edge of your mat as we pause here for frog pose. Hands to the center. Nice. If you can get your heels down to the mat, that's fine. If you're up here, that's fine too. Whichever it is, work your elbows into the inside of your knees and hands to heart center. Pushing out with your elbows. Tight belly, tight core. Feeling this great stretch for your hip flexor. Last breath. Drop your hands down to your mat. Slowly looking down, rising up to forward fold at the edge of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart, holding on to whatever you can here. You're holding onto your ankles, pulling yourself down towards the ground, looking back through your legs. Holding onto your elbows here, let's just find some movement, releasing any last tensions from your mind or your body, becoming aware of your sensations, your emotions, connecting your mind to your body, to your soul. Hands down, rising up to your shins, halfway lift, flat back. Your back is parallel to the ground. Hips are straight back. Forward fold. And let's take an inhale as we rise to Tadasana. Modify the sun salutations any way you'd like. If they're too much, just go down to child's pose or an easy pose that is comfortable for your restoration. Let's inhale up and exhale, dive from the hips slowly. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Walk your hands forward all the way into down dog. And pedal each foot. Really twisting open that hip, that oblique. Pressing your heels down into the ground, one at a time. Now really good down dog here. Hips up to the sky. Heels down. Dropping your head down below your arms. Nice strong arms. Fingers are spread on the mat. Pressing down into the back of your heels. And right foot up to the sky. Open the hips. Bend the knee. Leg up and down. Other side. Bend. Up and down. Look at your hands. Slowly moving into chaturanga. Plank. And lower chest. Belly, hips scoop up. Up dog. Lower. Tuck your toes under. Chaturanga. Down dog. You're going to bring in your right foot into between your hands for low lunge. Lowering the hips. Look at the horizon in front. If you'd like a little more, come up to your knee, rising up into warrior one. Squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the thigh, feel the hamstrings stretch as you lower your squat. Hands back to knee, hands to the ground. Down dog. And next leg, look at your hands, get ready to plant it in low lunge. Lowering your hips, hands to knee. If you're ready, warrior one. Lower, shoulders are down, arms are parallel to the floor. Hands to knee, dropping the hand down, step to down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold, halfway lift, fold. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Hands together, side bend, side bend. And exhale down. Excellent. That was round one. If you're ready to join me for the next set, feel free. Otherwise, modify to what you need. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Plant hands. Walk them into down dog. Heels down. Right leg up. Bend. Up. And down. Left leg up. Bend. Up. And down. Look at your hands. Move to chaturanga. Plank. Lower chest. Belly scoop up. Down. Tuck toes. Push up. Down dog. Ready for low lunge. Plant your right foot. Hands on knees. Lower your hips. Warrior one. Back to knee. Down. Foot steps back. Other foot. Low lunge. Hands on knee. Warrior one. Hands down. Foot comes back. Down dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Hands together. Side bend. Other way. And exhale down. Let's be ready to join me for the next set. Feel free. Otherwise, modify to what you need. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Plant hands. Walk them into down dog. Heels down. Right leg up. Bend. Up. And down. Left leg up. Bend. Up. And down. Look at your hands. Move to chaturanga. Plank. Lower chest. Belly scoop up. Down. Tuck toes. Push up. Down dog. Ready for low lunge. Plant your right foot. Hands on knees. Lower your hips. Warrior one. Back to knee. Down. Foot steps back. Other foot. Low lunge, hands on knee. Warrior one. Hands down. Foot comes back, down dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Hands together, side bend. Other way. And exhale down. Forward fold. And forward fold. Hold your elbows, just a little bit of a little twisting here. Finding looseness in your back, in your knees. And walk your hands forward just to tabletop, bringing your knees down. Knees are hip distance apart. Undo your toes in the back. On your table as we move into cat-cow. Ready? Eye gaze at your thumbs. Fingers are spread. Shoulders are unlocked and unhinged as you grow taller in your spine. Draw your belly tight. Your spine is taut. And slowly move into cat, drawing your gaze down between your knees, between your toes, growing taller in your spine. And flattening one vertebrae at a time, come to neutral spine. And slowly moving into arch, looking forward with your gaze, hips are straight up, and then back. Keep flowing here at your own rate, matching your breath. Exhale on your way out. One more. Coming to neutral. Nice. Go ahead and drop your hips back on your heels. Find child's pose. Arms are long and strong in front. And release your head. Forehead to mat. Feel that release. Finding that great long space at your low back. If this is hard on your knees, you can always come up with your hips to halfway. One more breath here to relax and restore the body. As we come back into all fours. Getting ready for balancing table. One leg straight and long behind you, point your toe. And opposite hand comes up, long, strong and straight. Both are parallel to the mat, look straight down. Squeeze the belly. Squeeze the glute. Everything's firm and strong. And lower both hand and knee. Other side. Leg is long and strong. Hand comes up. Squeeze everything. Everything's tight, engaged. Squeeze. And exhale down, hand and knee. Walk your knees out in wide stance for child's pose. Touch your toes together. Hips come up and back. Lowering your head to the floor, head to the mat. As you exhale, see if you can drop your chest a little lower to the mat. One more breath. And inhale, rise to table. Recenter the knees, recenter the hands. As we do a little spinal twist here, Leave one hand towards the center of the mat, other hand reaches up to the sky, look up, open the chest. And draw your hand in between your hand and knee, leaning down onto your shoulder. Drop your head to the mat. If you'd like a little more here, other hand goes up and falls back down somewhere. Nice, healthy spinal twist. Inhale up, hand up. Pushing down in the mat, raising your chest. Hand goes back to sky. And down. Other hand. Reach. Open that chest. And lower the hand between the hand and the knee. Leaning on your shoulder and your forehead. Staying present with your practice, focusing on your breath, or the music, or the waves. Hand up, and down. Push your chest up, back to your table. To rock your hips back down onto your heels. Moving into hero pose, if this works for your knees and your joints. Go ahead and walk your heels outside of your hips, lowering your groin to the mat. Some people call this the W pose. Let's inhale up. Touch hands together, side bend. Other way. Exhale down. Nice. Rising up onto your knees. Knees walk together, feet together, as we work our way into camel pose. Good. We're going to start with tightening your belly, tightening your glutes, nice and firm here, lowering your shoulders, and just tipping back ever so slightly as you start to arch your back. Feel free to look up, one hand to one heel, other hand to the other heel. Pressing down with your hands, arching your back, opening your heart. If this works for your neck, you can look straight up. Hips are pushed straight out. If you'd like to try one hand up, or the other hand up. This is your yoga. This is your experience and exploration. And to come out of it, slowly lower your hips. Bring your belly down. Nice. Hands in front. Walk your feet in to a low squat. Back to our frog pose. Opening those feet up. Lowering the heels. Elbows to the insides of the knees. Hands to heart center. And breathe. One more breath. Lowering your hands to the mat. Bringing your knees together. Sitting down on the mat as you work your way onto your back. Rolling your way down. One vertebrae at a time, getting grounded with your spine. Pressing down into the ground. Hands, palms down, fingers spread, pressing down into the mat. Feel this pressing feeling with your elbows, your low back, your hips, tightening your core. And you're moving into bridge pose. Your heels are an inch or two below your fingertips. Feet are pointed straight to the horizon. Feet are grounded down into the mat. For proper body alignment and spinal health, slowly start pelvic tilt. Tucking in your belly, rising your hips slowly, then rising your belly, then rising your chest, just as high as what's comfortable for you. If you'd like to go further, interlace your hands behind your back, drawing your shoulder blades together. Raise your hips to the sky, opening that belly, and hold. Squeeze the glutes. Tight fists. Stay as long as comfortable for you. If you feel a pinch in your neck, just slowly lower out of this pose, opening the shoulders and lowering the back, one vertebrae at a time. Down you go, ending with your pelvic tilt. We're going to do 2 more of these bridge poses, really tightening in through the core, pelvic tilt, rising slowly your belly, your chest, pressing your hands down as your body lifts up to the sky. Another option again is to put your hands together under your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze in your belly, and slowly lower your chest, your belly, your hips, and release. Slight arch. Moving into our last bridge, pelvic tilt, squeeze belly, tip your hips up to the sky, into your bridge. One more breath. And slowly lowering belly, hips. Nice. Draw both knees into your chest. Big bear hug here. Let's just roll off your spine. Back and forth. Gentle massage on your back. And holding both knees. Just rock forward and back. Rounding the spine. Experiment here with what works for your body. Really paying attention to the feelings of release in your spine. Release in your hips. Whatever feels best. And one more. Rocking all the way forward. Back up into seated. To the end of your mat. We're going to move into some standing straddle positions. Rise up on your feet. Hips up to sky. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And just turn on your mat. Heel toe your feet out into straddle. Hands to the mat in the front, center. Your straddle is as wide as comfortable for you. For this first one, not too far of a straddle. Hands to the center and just feel that nice forward fold. Lowering your hands to the mat. Feeling that gravity do the work. Your upper body's pulled straight down. If you feel like holding your elbows here, getting a little more weight, pulling down, opening up the spine. Soft bend in your knees. If you'd like movement here, it's always nice. Back and forth, forward and back. We're going to work into a flow here. Hands on the center in the middle. Walk your hands to your right foot. Nose to knee. Right hand up to the sky, spinal twist. Hand comes back to foot. Walk your hand to center. Left hand up to sky. Opening that chest. Down. Walk to center. We'll do a few more of these, flowing at your own rate. Nice and fluid. Not too fast. Noticing the stretch in your hamstrings. Feeling that great open hip flexor. One more each way. Meet me in the center. Forward fold, lower the head towards the mat. Feel that great stretch. And walk your hands out in front. Back to the center. Walk them to the back. Back to center. With a slight bend in your knees, walk your feet together just a little. And rise to Savasana. Mountain pose straddle. Hands together at the top. Side bend. Up. Other way. Up. Open up to warrior two. And let's do a twist. Open to the right. Back to center. Open to the left. Let's do one more each way. Center, right. Center, left. And back. Center and release. Walk out those legs. We're going to do one more with straddle. Engage your core. Tightening your glutes. Sliding down one side. Hand goes up overhead. Opening up that whole side body. Shooting that hip out. And back up. Slowly. Other way. Slide down the left leg. Hand goes up. Nice big stretch through your ribs. Opening the oblique. And rising up. And exhale. Nice. We're going to go ahead and twist into low lunge. Twist on the balls of your feet. Walk your back foot out into a low lunge. Lower, hands open. Tight core. We're going to hold here a moment as you adjust your hips. Notice the arch in your back. Tight glute. When you're ready, hands on your knees. And slowly chest to knee. Walk your hands to the inside of your foot as we move into lizard. Heel toe your right foot out to the edge of your mat. Making sure that your knee is over your ankle. Hands are on your mat. Chest is open. Slowly lowering if you can. You might stop right here, or you might go down into your elbows for full lizard. One more breath. Plant hands, pushing up. Center the foot. Hands on knees. Rise up into low lunge, warrior two. Squeeze. And slowly rise to your straddle. Other side. Rotate onto your left. Lowering down, bending that front knee, long back leg. If you need to put your knee down here at any moment, that's an option. Up to low lunge. Lower your chest onto your knee. Hands down to your mat on the inside of your foot. Walk that foot to the outside of your mat. Adjust your straddle. Adjust your lunge, opening those hips. Either stay here or coming down onto your elbows. One more breath. Back to your hands. Walk your hands on either side of your foot, up to your knee. Finding your warrior. Hands back to your knee and back to your straddle. Just hang here a moment as we finish up our hip openers. Finding a little movement here. Heel toe your feet back together for forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale. Walk it out. Our final pose this morning is chair pose. Plant your feet together. It's a balance pose.
We're going to do 3 rounds, slowly lowering into an imaginary chair. Bringing your arms forward, parallel to the ground. Nice wide hand stance. Looking forward at the horizon. Squeeze the glutes. Hold and breathe. As you slowly begin to rise up tall. Again, squeeze glutes, squeeze thighs, and sit down in your imaginary chair. Hips back, hands come forward. Open your heart. Inhale, exhale, and slowly rise to standing. Last one, sitting, hands come forward. Looking forward at the horizon, slowly rise to stand.
Excellent. Let's walk it out and find our way down to the mat. Bend knees, bend hips, and roll your way down to the mat for Savasana. Find that relaxing recline position. Grounding down through your spine, loosening out your hips, letting your legs just flop open, feet flop open to the sides, shoulders down. Just relax. Start noticing your slowing of your breath. Opening your hands a little bit, palms up to the sky, and just release. Relax into this pose. Restorative posture. Closing your eyes. Letting your jaw drop. Softening the muscles in your face. Focus on your 5 senses. Feeling of your body, the tingling sensation, the sounds of the music or the waves, the light flickering behind your eyelids, the smells all around you. If you'd like to remain here with me for a few minutes, Otherwise, open your eyes and enjoy the visual scenery, the magical cliffs of Santa Cruz beaches. Slowly start to wake up your body. Wiggle your toes and fingers, finding a little movement in your arms and your legs. Bend your knees to kickstand. Release that low back. When you're ready, just roll yourself onto your side. Supporting yourself up into easy pose. I like to do a little forward fold here. And raising your hands up. Hands together in heart center. Feeling so grateful for today's practice, your good health, your good space. Namaste.